Welcome to Tales of Honor, a podcast with a mission to tell the true stories of every recipient of our nation's highest military award, the Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Tales of Honor podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrose, and this is episode number 653, and happy October 1st to you all. The 1st of October means a new conflict that we're going to be going over for the next 2 months, so all of October and all of November will be, drumroll please, recipients from the Boxer Rebellion. It's been a bit since we've done the Boxer Rebellion, so we're going to do that now, and maybe it might be possible to finish up all the recipients during the next 2 months. We'll see how that goes. But with that said, we are going to get into today's birthdays, which there are 3. The first up is Mr. Patrick Brady, who is a former U.S. Army Major General who was born on this day in 1936. So he turns 87 years old today. So a very happy birthday to Mr. Brady. I did cover his story back on episode number 633. Next up is Mr. Alan Kellogg Jr., who was born on this day in 1943, making him turn 80 years old today. He is a former U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Major that earned the Medal of Honor for his actions in the Vietnam War, as well as Mr. Brady. So a very happy 80th birthday to Mr. Kellogg. I covered his story on episode 621. And last but not least is Mr. Ryan Pitts, who was also born on this day, but in 1985, making him the beautiful age of 38 years old. He is a former U.S. Army Staff Sergeant that earned the Medal of Honor for his actions in the war in Afghanistan, and I covered his story back on episode number 38, so way back. So a very happy 38th birthday to Mr. Pitts, 80th birthday to Mr. Kellogg, and 87th birthday to Mr. Brady. I will have links for all of their stories in the show notes for you to go check out if you have not already heard them, or if you would like a refresher on their stories. That is all I have for today on the business side of the house, so let's get on with today's Tale of Honor. France was born on the 8th of May, 1876 in Hayward, California, and at the age of 23, he enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps. After attending boot camp at Mare Island Naval Shipyard, he was assigned to the USS Newark, where he became friends with Daniel Daly. Daniel would later become one of the 19 service members to receive the Medal of Honor twice, and I covered his story on episodes 129 and 238 of this podcast. The USS Newark was en route to the Philippines to take part in the Spanish-American War when it was rerouted to Japan to prepare for the conflict in China. France arrived on the Newark on the 22nd of May, 1900, and it was his actions as a private with the Legation Guards that would later earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "In the presence of the enemy during the action at Peking, China, 28 June to 17 August, 1900, throughout this period, Silva distinguished himself by meritorious conduct." France received the Medal of Honor the following year, and he returned to California after his time in the Marine Corps. He was married 3 times, first to Arilla Hendricks Troutman in 1928, second to Harriet Macecar, and third to Laura Kitts. I found no record of children with any of his wives. France L Silva died on the 10th of April, 1951, at the age of 74, and he is buried in the Sunset Hill Cemetery in Corning, California, Section E, Block 3, Lot A, Space 10. And that was a tale of honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor, and if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family. Tales of Honor is written and produced by Christoph Ambrose, and theme music is Loyalty and Duty by Floruz Music. If you have any questions, you can send an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com, and please be sure to visit talesofhonorpodcast.com for more episodes and information.